welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. And today we have special guests with a big S. And these are people that you hear on a regular basis if you're listening to Max. And they're out there and promoting our area. And as far as I'm concerned, they're probably one of the best ambassadors that we have. So it's the morning hosts that we have on here today. And again, a big S on that. So Jeff, Kevin, and Jen, welcome to Northern Heat.
Thanks for having us, Bob.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, I'm glad you're there. And listen, the reason why we wanted to talk to you today is that, you know, a couple of weeks ago, you guys announced, that was where I first heard it, that we had ranked number 4 in Canada for best places to live. And you had quite a bit of a discussion about that amongst yourselves and had some patrons calling in and stuff. So what does it mean for you guys? And then we'll go around the table, or around the screen, I should say, because we're not around the table anymore. But everybody take a chance and talk about this a little bit.
Anytime there's national recognition, it's a feather in the cap for the community, for the entire region. And it was something that obviously we were going to talk about in our show, no question about it. And so we brought that to the table, and we had people give their feedback on a number of different sort of aspects or angles towards that. Along the way, you're going to get a few people. There's always a few. I mean, our audience generally are really upbeat, positive, fantastic. They're along with us, but you're going to get a few that are going to say, "Oh, what? Where? How could we be number 4 and this type of thing? And we don't have this and we don't have that." So that was sort of the B part of the discussion, but we can get into that, obviously. But as far as for me being number 4, it doesn't surprise me. As far as affordability, the scenery we have, the 4 seasons, just a number of things, the musical talent in the area, just the whole package of the Chaleur region, Bathurst in particular, doesn't surprise me as far as why people would want to live here. So it was great, and it was something we were able to talk about and tap into. So it's fantastic.
Again, Jeff, you told me a while ago that you've been here for 17 years now. So, no plans to move away, hopefully. But what was all that like?
Well, coming here in 2003, I think the plan was to be here for a year. This business, the radio business in itself, is a lot of moving up and moving away and packing your bags. But life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Started a family here. Lots of good things happened to me. The city's been very good to me. I could have left, but I've decided to stay. I want to be here. I like being here. I love this job, and I love the people that I work with, and it's just been good to me. Max 104.9 has been great to me. And although I've been here 17 years, which is an extremely long time, especially, as I say, for this business, amongst the 3 of us, I'm still the new guy. And I think to a lot of people still in the region, I'm still the new guy, which is okay. But I definitely feel like, I'm one of the gang here as far as Bathurst and the Chaleur region, being here long enough. And this place really does grow on you, and it's grown on me in a very positive way. I love it here.
Well, perfect. Now, Jen, you're from here. We chatted a little bit a while ago. Your father and I worked together for a few years at the mines. So what does number 4 mean to you?
Oh, it's like Jeff said, it's not very surprising to be in the top 5, and number 4, I think, is fantastic. And really, I'm not surprised, just because the natural beauty around here, there's so much to do in the winter and the summer, like all the seasons. There's always so much to do around here. And whether you're indoors or outdoors, but I love the outdoors, and I think a lot of people around here do. And I believe that is probably a big point in our favor. And also, like, cost of living. I mean, I live out in Middle River, and I absolutely love it. I love the country, as I said, and nature, obviously, but cost of living is pretty darn good around here, really. And there's so many other aspects, like the friendly people. Like, even though we're all wearing masks nowadays, we're still all smiling under those masks. And you can see it in people's eyes and their cheekbones and things like that. When you're running into people in the stores, whether you know them or not, you're still getting smiles from everyone. And I love the area. Yeah.
Well, you're talking about being affordable and stuff in real estate, and a lot of real estate's being bought up quickly these days, and a lot of people from outside. And I read an article on the weekend that it was saying that our prices of real estate are 77% lower than you would if you were in Toronto trying to buy a house.
Yeah, no doubt. I actually have a new neighbor. He moved in July. We only met him in August because he, did the self-isolation thing because he moved here from out west. He was in Calgary, working, living in an apartment in the city, and he just said, no, no, no. So he has, I think, friends in New Brunswick somewhere. He just Googled nice place to live in New Brunswick, and he chose Bathurst in Middle River. So
Perfect.
there you go.
Perfect.
Great
How about
example.
you, Kevin? You've been part of the furniture here in the Bathurst region for a few years, and
Yeah, pretty much.
what's number 4 mean to you?
Well, I'm one of those who have, left Bathurst for a little bit. I didn't stay away too long, but for me, number 4 is not really a surprise. It's more of a confirmation of what those of us who love our region already knew.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, you're absolutely right, and again, you're a musician, so Jeff talked about that a little bit a while ago. The music here, and I was involved with it for a while with the Bay Jams and stuff. There's so much talent in this area too for anybody that's interested in that kind of lifestyle.
Or
It
if you're
doesn't
like
even
me,
really make sense.
Yeah.
Like there's so many musicians, and I've been to a lot of places. I've been to house parties in Ontario and in Quebec and stuff like that. And when you go to a party there, you're lucky if you come across like one other person who knows somebody who plays an instrument. While here, like, you can't even get a turn in some nights, some kitchen parties. Like you're in a room with like 10
True.
guitarists. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
It's
is why
true.
which is why I originally learned bass and mandolin, because I got tired of taking turns. I wanted to play all night.
It's very smart.
Yeah. So it gets pretty bad when you got to learn another instrument so you can get a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great problem to have, though. That's
Yeah.
for sure. And I just want to add one thing about the old Chaleur region, if I could, if you don't mind there, Wood Boy. Do you mind?
No, not at all.
I just want to say that it is what you make it to be.
Ah, great words from a great chef.
And don't you forget it.
There. And there's no shore like the North Shore.
That's for sure.
There you go.
So, guys, listen, I really appreciate you, the work that you do. You're great ambassadors for our region. You're great ambassadors for the city. You're always talking positive about the things that are going on. Thank you very much. My hat is off to all of you to do that. Please keep up the good work. Keep on talking well about our area. And that's what Northern Heat's all about, is that who's turning up the heat, and you guys are definitely demonstrating on how that's done.
Well, thanks a lot, Bob. It was a pleasure to be a part of it. It's great talking to you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Take
Thanks so
care.
much, Bob. And you keep the positivity going too.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.